In this weird in-between era, like where we have like some 3, 4 big SIM players in the market, right? Which you can just go to the next SIM even, but no new SIMs are coming out of stealth, right? If you look at the startup landscape. And the SIM market, there's, like I said, there's these 3 to 4 players, maybe through acquisition, they've formalized into an NG SIM, or maybe some two just merged themselves. And yet we're still watching kind of this silent failure unfold of organizations that are just jumping from SIM to SIM, thinking that this time it's going to be different. Like this next one is going to be it, right? Why do you think that cycle is so persistent? And how are you, representing Anvilogic, helping CISOs like Roland cut it off at the root?
Sure. So I think Roland nailed it. I think it's change, right? I think it's people not fully grasping, right, some of these newer technologies, especially that aren't traditionally, talked about as being a SIM solution, right? So from a Databricks perspective, right, you don't necessarily think about Databricks as of right now as, oh, that could be my SIM. I think from the security landscape and just growing up in security a long time, you started with ArcSight, you go to Splunk, right? You go to the next SIM and you replace those every 2 to 3 years because of the common themes, right? You outgrow it, you need to add more data, it's becoming too costly. It's hard to maintain.
Living in
The
the
scale isn't there.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's like the common problem over and over and over. And I just think it comes down to the Sims have done a really good job of building proprietary languages that keep people sticky, right? So like if you're using Splunk like I have for almost, 15 years now, you're really good at SPL, right? You're really good at all these languages. You've built a lot of content, you've built a lot of capabilities in those systems for a number of years. It does take some thought and effort to kind of to switch over to something that's different, but there are so many downstream benefits of that kind of transition that I think those will eventually, as those come to light, as people start to become more comfortable with those, that will start to far outweigh, right, the just every 2 years switch to a SIM, at least from my perspective.